Hello, everyone. We are here to discuss the process of adding new VLANs to our previous network. Our scenario is to install and configure a new server in the internal network to support production and operation. Determine the vulnerabilities of the new production server and the web server. Provide a specific example of how any vulnerabilities could be exploited. Our first task is to install the support production server VM into the trusted network in the virtual box. As picture shows, production server was installed successfully, and our network diagram is look like as shown as the picture shows. This is a trusted network area, and this is a DMZ network, and this router and firewall, and this is the untrusted network. Task 2, enumerate the production server vulnerabilities. I did two type of scans, nmap scans and multi-exploit scans. As picture shows, there are many open ports and vulnerabilities in the operation and the production server. I use two of vulnerabilities to check their CVE severities. The first one is VSFTD, FTPD, and port 21. Their score is 9.8 critical. The second one is Unreal RCD on port 667. Its score is 7.5 high. Moving to the task 3, enumerate the web server vulnerabilities. Same thing, I did two type of scans, nmap scan and metasploit scans. As picture shows, there are many vulnerabilities. Same thing, I choose two of them to check their CVE production. First one, Java RMI on port 1099. Its score is 7.5 high. Second one is PostSQL on port 5432. Its score is 9 high. Moving to the next task, exploit vulnerability of the production server. The first one, I open the Metasploit and it's running. Choose run command service to choose vulnerabilities. I choose VSFTBD on port 21. Search for exploit belong to these vulnerabilities. For this vulnerability, I got 1, use 0, and run option command to check. I found there is information, require information need to fill up. They are the remote host IP address. I ran the setg remote host and put the production server IP address. Then now every information is ready to run the exploit exploit the vulnerability by using run command. I got found session opened. I ran some command to check the session was open with production server ipconfig. I got the IP address of production server. The user is root, and this is a host name and the operating system of the production server. Second exploit, I choose Unreal RC on port 6667. I search to exploit belong to this vulnerability. Use 0. There is information need to set remote host. I set it. Also, I show payloads belong to these vulnerabilities. I got 7 payloads. I choose number 5, set payload 5, show options. There are require information needed to fill. Okay, I fill it. Now show options. A remote host is production server, remote port 6667. Local host is Kali Trust, and the local port is 4444. Now I run to exploit the vulnerability. I got one session opened. So I run some command to check the session was open with a production server. This is a config command, IP address of production server, the user. Also, I could upgrade the session by using sessions.tag number of session to upgrade the session to metapreter session. This is a metapreter session. Get user ID, root, system information, the system information. Move to the task 5, exploit vulnerability of the web server. The vulnerability is Java RMI. Look for exploit belong to the vulnerabilities by search command. I get 2. I use 0. There is some information needed to fill it. Remote host. I did fill it. This is all information required to exploit the vulnerability. Run command. I got the session opened. This sysinfo. This is the information of web server, the operating system, and the IP address when I run the ifconfig command. The second exploit is PostgreSQL running in port 5432. Search for exploit belong to this vulnerability. I got 5. I use number 3. There is require information needed to fill it. Remote host and local host information. I fill it. Run option command. Remote host, web server, IP address, local host, Kali trusted. Exploit the vulnerability by running by using command run. I got metapreter session opened. To verify the session was open with web server. I run some commands, sysinfo, this information of the web server and the user. Moving to the task 6, create an account on the production server that is has root permission. I get to the production server. This is a host name, and I run the sudo r user1. I enter all information needed. Change the user to the root group. Sudo usermod tag a capital G root user1. I run some commands to verify the user1 was added to the root group. ID user1. This is root group. Also cat etc group file grep user1. The user1 is in the group root. Also here user1 is a group root. Task 7, interesting files on the production. This file I found in this location. It is a license text. And the second file I found in this location, it is like a recipe information about food. Interest file on the web server. This file I found in the web server that has critical information. I masked the critical information because of the to complete the policy, the PII policy. This file also, the second file I found in this location. It is the social media security policy. Moving to the task 8 bonus, crack the password using the first one using SQL map command. This website, this web page in the production server has SQL injection vulnerability. I got the session permission with using perp suite and get to the website web page and get the link, then use SQL map and get the show the database. This is database is in the production server. I use this database and show its tables, user table, and this is a user table columns. And I run this command to show all contents, tables contents. In this point, they ask me to copy a temporary file of the hash informations and ask me to crack them via dictionary. I choose yes. This the crack. This is a password, a plain text, and this is a hash. Second time I get that file, a hash file, and I use hashcat command. This sudo hashcat tag A0. This is a mode of this command, and tag M0. This is the hash functions, and I would put crack pass to text SQL. This is the hash contain hash information, and this is the raw queue.txt, which contain the word list. I run the command, I got this cracked. Now, when I open the crack pass file, I got the information, and when I compare with the information I got it from the SQL map, it is the same thing. It's password, plain text, and this is a hash. Password, plain text, and this is a hash. Task 9, recommendation to improve security, server security, close unnecessary open ports to reduce the attack surface, install all patches and updates available, store important data encrypted with strong encryption algorithms using disk or file encryption, store the encryption keys out of the network, remediate and mitigate all discovered vulnerabilities to reduce threat impact, regularly scan and check all network nodes to keep the organization's security posture strong. Now our presentation is finished. We head to the live demonstration. This is a Kali trusted network, Kali trusted machine, virtual machine. Okay, this is our production server vulnerability scans file. Also, this is a web server vulnerability scan file. Okay, now we head to the Metasploit. This is our Metasploit is open and running. Okay, run the command services. Okay, I want to choose the production server port 21 to exploit the vulnerability VS FTPD. Search, type exploit VSFTVD. Okay, now this is a exploit belong to this vulnerability. Use 0. Okay, show options. There is a remote host information needed to fill it. Set G remote host 192.168.0.18. Okay, show options. Okay, our important information all filled. Now run, exploit the vulnerability, run. Found cell. Okay, when session is open, I'm going to run some commands to verify the session was open with production server. If config ether 0, if, okay, this is the IP address of the production server. Who am I? The root pwd, the root directory, host name, exploitable, sp is like a. This is operating system operation production server information. We come to end of this presentation. Thank you. Have a good day.